I've been doing YouTube for 8 years now. 8 years of my MMO bike channel, 2 years of my Stix channel. And this is the first time I've ever run into this situation. This is the first time I've ever had a genuine stalker stalk me for over a year. That's crazy. So let me give you a little context here. A couple of days ago, I was tagged over on Twitter for this, right? The Neverness stealing combat animations from Wuthering Waves tweet. That's what this was. Chinese players were calling Neverness a modded Wuthering Waves, right? I wasn't gonna cover that. It didn't really interest me. I ultimately ended up doing it because people wanted me to. So I covered that, but that's unimportant, right? You go down to the comments, okay, you see all these random comments, perfectly fine, perfectly natural. Eventually, you scroll down and see this one comment here from Akshay, all the way down, literally dozens of comments down, that tags me saying, at Stix, I guess you should talk about this. Again, this is way down there. This guy says, how miserable your life must be that you have to resort to this subhuman to feed you like pigs. So he calls everyone a pig, right? All of you pigs. There are 160 of you watching on YouTube, almost 300 watching on Twitch right now. It's almost 500 people if you factor in Kick. All 500 of you are pigs, and I am your subhuman overlord, according to this guy. So this guy actually, he managed to find the one single comment tagging me. He singled out Akshay personally, okay? And then he lashes out at him, calling him a pig. So this guy responds to him saying it's better than eating Gaetio's slop. And then he responds to this person by saying, have some balls and use your account that you're so brave using a burner account, you fucking loser. So this guy just says another content creator, you know, produces low quality content. Okay, that's his opinion. This guy doesn't even follow me. This guy isn't even a fan of me, but he came to this guy's defense. So then this guy starts throwing around insults. And then this guy says, you're the loser here, constantly name calling others in their comments, get a life, weirdo. And at that point I was like, you know, that's really weird. It's kind of weird to find the single guy tagging me and then start attacking him, berating him for wanting me to take a look at it. Okay, I thought that was weird. Evidently other people here think it was weird too. This is the only guy, he himself is the only person here that thinks that he is in the right, as they always do. Okay, so I navigate on over to his Twitter account, and I was like, I wonder what kind of game that, you know, he's interested in. I speculated he was a tower fantasy player, and then we found out he was in fact a tower fantasy player. So it made sense. This right here is the kind of person that this guy is. He went to Tactone's Twitter community and found a Wuthering Waves thread where he goes on to state, I don't like to disrespect people, but seeing your profile, I think you've earned it. Then he starts name calling him. And then this guy goes, I just said team of 3, I saw 3 icons, you could have corrected me without disrespecting. Then he goes to insult him more. So this guy does nothing but attempt to locate Wuthering Waves topics and insult WoWA players. Because his game, the game that he has invested time and money into, is dead, is inferior in every form and fashion, every single way. That's the kind of person this guy is. Scrolling through his Twitter, I found this thread. I made this thread actually. I said, every Ananta video, this was in December 2024, every Ananta video I do hits 15 to 30,000 views easy. Every Neverness video I do struggles to break 8K. Now I was generalizing here. Is there just significantly less interest in NTE than Ananta? Genuinely curious from the perspective of other content creators and gamers. Now, if you look on YouTube, you'll see views for Ananta are significantly higher than Neverness videos, right? So evidently more people are excited for Ananta than they are for Neverness. That's perfectly fine. There's more hype in terms of general coverage for Ananta than Neverness. Once again, perfectly fine. In terms of my personal coverage, I found my Ananta videos do better than my Neverness videos. So this guy, he goes on to make a response here saying, that is false. No, that is false. So he finds 2 Neverness videos I did that actually still got very low views comparatively, 23K and 16K, right? So he shows my videos, I have had NTE videos. I've done like 20 NTE videos and he found the 2 that got above like 10K. And then he showed one Ananta video I did that didn't get 15, right? I said 15 to 30, and he shows this Ananta video I did that got 12, right? And then he goes on to show 2 Ananta videos I did that hit over 30, 31 and 36,000. So I don't think this is the gotcha moment that he thought it was. All he did here was prove that essentially my Neverness videos typically tend to get a lot less views than my Ananta videos. Before we go any further, I do want to take a moment here to thank all of my incredible patrons over on Patreon and my YouTube channel members who allow for me to continue to do dedicated videos like this every single day. You guys are absolutely phenomenal, and I genuinely cannot thank you all enough for the support. Why you need to lie in something that people can search easily later. If Perfect World Games kick you out of their content creator program, don't cry. It's not fault of NTE that you have like 5 channels and everyone's dead. So at this juncture, I thought to myself, okay, you know what? Let's verify this information. Let's navigate on over to the channel and see, you know, over the last 28 days. I don't know about you guys, but looking over there, that's a lot of green, right? Over to the side there, the summary for the last 28 days, that to me looks like it's a lot of green. Let's go to the analytics page here. If this loads, that'd be great. Okay, let's take a look. Your hard work paid off. You have gained 135% more views than normal. To me, that looks like there's a whole lot in the green, chat. Does that to you think that is that to you an indicator that a channel is dead? Because let's look at the last 365 days. Let's use that as an example. See, to me, if we're using this as an indication as to a channel's incline or decline, I don't know. That to me looks like it is doing incredibly well. Roughly since you know, the end of March, beginning of April 2025. I think that's we're up significantly right now. Significantly. I think so. Green is the grass. The guy needs to go outside. Yeah, estimated revenue looks pretty nice. That's the reason I take sponsors though. I make, you know, a lot more than that through sponsors, but that's an indicator as to the last several months worth of my channel. And this right here is apparently an indicator to him that the channel is dead. So in the last, you know, 28 days, in the last 90 days, in the last 3 months, we have been nothing but in the green. But you know what? That's okay. That's okay. Channel's dead. And then he goes on to state that my Neverness videos get tons of views and my Nanta videos don't get views, right? So let's see. Let's sort by views. This is my biggest Neverness video. This one right here, which is sitting at 23,000 views. My second biggest is this one right here, which I just posted a couple days ago. This was concerning them, the Wuthering Waves issue with them. They got 18,000. So the video where people thought, you know, there was some friction, some contention in the community was the second most viewed channel video on my channel, right? Then we got 17K for my impressions video. That was to be expected. The drama video where Neverness had their channel deleted got 15K, and then it just gets worse. Let's look at Ananta. The rest of those videos though that were there were like gotcha recaps, weekly videos that just had Neverness in the title. Ananta's biggest, most viewed video was 40K, followed by 35, 33, 28, 19. We have like 7 videos that have all broken 20, 30, 40K. So evidently, just like by that alone, right? Yes, my Ananta videos hit crazy numbers. My Neverness videos don't hit crazy numbers. That is fact. That is not false. That is not speculation. That is proven fact. He goes on to say, you like to pretend that you are good people, but you directly dedicate yourself to inventing any shit to denigrate people's work. I've done nothing but talk positively about Ananta. I've done tons of positive videos about Neverness, Wuthering Waves, Silver Palace, Rewinding Cadence, all the new upcoming gacha games, Arknights Enfield, Azure Premilia. I love gacha games, but when gacha games and studios do dumb shit, I do like to cover it because it's funny. So that all happened, right? He started responding to tweets that I'd made. This was like 6-8 months ago. And then this guy said on my tweet, Ananta is more polished while NTE is kind of chaotic, right? That is this guy's opinion. And then he starts responding to other people's comments on my tweet. He finds positive Ananta comments and feels the innate need to comment on their comments. This guy is deranged, mentally deranged. He can't handle that Ananta might be more popular. Explain me how a fake PV trailer is more polished than a game that have had 1 CBT and it going to have the second stop the copium. So this, he for some reason seems to think that Ananta has a fake trailer when Ananta has been proven to have had an offline beta test. There have been repeated leaks of the localized at their office beta test, right? People have been talking about it. People have posted their thoughts and impressions of it, and they've said how good it is. But just because we haven't publicly played it, he thinks that it's all fake. Mental gymnastics that this guy is having to do, man. For real, it is actually wild. Now, at this juncture, I was like, okay, so this guy, you know, he's a little weird. He's following me on Twitter, stalking my tweets, apparently following me, stalking me for like 6 to 8 months. I wonder if he's ever left a comment on YouTube. So I navigate on over to my YouTube channel, and lo and behold, what do you know? He has been leaving comments for half a year, chat. Half a year on my channel. The kinds of comments he likes to leave. Have you talked about the supposed run of questions that were asked in a technical test, which only leaves more doubts about the existence of the So what he's doing is he actually only replies to videos on Neverness, where he talks positively, or he leaves comments on my Ananta videos where he talks negatively. Yeah. So this guy finds all the Ananta videos I do just to talk shit about the game, and finds all the Neverness videos I do to reply to people's comments, as we noted here. Telling them how their opinion is wrong and his opinion is not wrong, because his opinion is only capable of being right. And then I did a video, right, on the Neverness versus Wuwa drama, and in that video I showed, you know, his stalking on Twitter, and he actually left a comment. He watched the video, chat. So he responded. He felt so personally attacked, chat. And knowing full well that he watches my videos, okay? So, so this guy is actually so easy to manipulate. I included that segment with him in this video because I was curious if I was right. I thought to myself, if he's stalking me on Twitter, right, if he's stalking me in other YouTube comments, this guy clearly hate watches me. He has to hate watch me, right? There's no way he doesn't hate watch me, which, by the way, thank you. I appreciate that. It boosts me. It boosts me in the algorithm, gives me more views and interaction. So I appreciate the engagement. So he goes and he leaves a comment, like the easy to manipulate 1-digit IQ imbecile that this guy is. And he goes, you know what's going on? I don't mind coming into your comments and emphasizing again that you are indeed a subhuman. Don't expect me to have even the slightest respect for a person who has been obsessively attacking anything Hada does for the past 3 years. And so he completely disregards the fact that I've done numerous positive videos on Neverness to Everness. I've also done several positive videos on Tower of Fantasy. I've done a lot of negative on Tower of Fantasy, by the way. And I'll admit to that. I'm totally open with the fact that I farmed Tower of Fantasy like crazy. You wanna know why I farmed Tower of Fantasy? Let me show you this. Let's sort this by views. 193,000, 80,000, 80,000, 65,000, 60,000, 50,000, 50,000, 50,000. You want to see the stats for these videos? Let me give you a brief example of what we're looking at here. So people hate Tower Fantasy, okay? They genuinely hate Tower Fantasy because it's a terrible game. Look at this. From this video I did, $1,300, 400 new subs, 80 new subs, 123 new subs, 137 new subs, 216 new subs, 100 new subs, 100 new subs, 115 new subs. All the videos are making $100, $200 or more, in some instances $1,000, getting me hundreds of subscribers every single one. I farmed that shit because people hated Tower of Fantasy and they wanted a content creator that also disliked it. So I did, and I farmed it, and I generated my entire career on YouTube as a gacha content creator was due to Tower of Fantasy. So it is thanks to people like this moron here that I have a career on YouTube, and they continue watching me even though they hate me. Then he further goes, let's act like you are a good guy to see if you get into the beta. Chat, jokes on him. The NTE devs, they personally reached out to me and they invited me to the beta. I will be streaming the beta on this Twitch, on this YouTube channel on July 3rd. Admittedly, it's not going to be July 2nd at like 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when it launches, but it'll be on July 3rd. And you know what? This guy right here, he is going to be there watching it. He's probably going to have a tab open on YouTube. He's probably going to have a tab open on Twitch. He's going to probably dislike my my YouTube video. And the entire time I'm streaming it, and the entire time I'm having fun in the beta test, because it looks like a fun game, he will be seething. He'll be seething the entire time. He is going to be livid. He's going to be furious because the NTE devs, right? they like me. They like a lot of content creators, and they want content creators to cover their game. And that's what we're all gonna be doing. And I think Neverness has a lot of potential to be a really fun game. So I'm gonna enjoy streaming it. I'm gonna enjoy playing the beta. I'm gonna have videos uploaded, and I guarantee you he's gonna watch all those videos. I guarantee you he's gonna watch this video. The problem here in lives, will he respond to the video I post of this, or is he going to have to refrain from doing so? That will kill him. Like, that will genuinely destroy him internally, knowing that if he replies, I am right. If he doesn't reply, then he doesn't get to say what he wants to say. Either way, this guy loses. He's dedicated. He really is. You know what? You want to know how dedicated I think he is? I think, no, I guarantee you that this guy right here has a Dakimakura pillow of me. I bet he printed out a picture of my face and he stapled it, sticky taped it to his Dakimakura pillow, and he faps to it every night. That's the kind of person I think he is. Angry, you know, hatred. Oh God, I hate this guy so much. Oh, that's what I think he's doing. Heck, you know what? I wouldn't put it past him to actually have set me as his screensaver that he stares at every night before he goes to bed. That actually lulls him to sleep with sweet lullabies. I hate Tower of Fantasy. Tower of Fantasy sucks. Tower of Fantasy isn't a good game. He's probably here right now. What's his Twitch name? I have no idea. Does he even have a Twitch? He has a Steam chat. He has a Steam. Oh, look at that. No wonder he hates me, chat. Look at this. 3,200 hours on record. This dude literally, like, he plays nothing but Grand Theft Auto, which Neverness is trying to be, and Tower of Fantasy. So it's no wonder the dude has spent 3,500 hours in this game. Damn, this guy, chat. Holy shit. The biggest stalker I have ever had. Genuinely, the fact that he follows me around everywhere, right? Like, you can, I need to state this right now. This guy, he needs to get off my cock, like, for real. He is, I wouldn't put it past him to secretly be underneath my table right now, ready for the money shot. I guarantee you, he is dripping wet right now, waiting for me. I've never been so disgusted, creeped out, disturbed, but also appreciative of a guy wanting me as deeply and strongly and as wholeheartedly as this guy does. He has a hate boner for me. Like I said, he's there every night, you know, hate baiting. Hey, thank you, Zoik. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I decided to wear something nice for my hater. Yeah. That way, when he takes a picture of me later today, so he can rage about it on whatever community he's a part of. Free content for you? Yeah, I know. I'm gonna upload this video. What should I title it? I have a stalker. Yeah, it'll just be a picture of his face. it'll just it'll be like I don't know, a bunch of pictures from all this weird obsessive behavior. And it's gonna get tens of thousands of views. It's gonna make me $100. So I appreciate that, my guy. You not only support me on Twitter, on YouTube, on Twitch while streaming, you leave me comments, you give me engagement, you help boost me in the algorithm. But at the same time, you provide me content like you did here. You provided me content with the Neverness video from like 2 days ago. The Neverness vs. Woo-Wah video that made me like, I think about $70, $75. So with this video as well, you're looking at making me about $150 to almost $200. And you know what? If he does leave a comment, if he does chat, I will do a follow-up react on stream and we will farm him for another video and potentially hundreds more dollars. So please, I would love to keep this going. This is a highlight now of my week. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you're not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.